Hey guys, it is August the 29th of 2021, and I wanted to go over Cameco using Gann price and time technical analysis. So let's get into it. As you can see in the Gann monthly waves, the forecast was that we're going to make a swing low on August, and looks like it's panning out, and that we're going to continue now higher all the way into December of the end of this year to complete a 7-4 wave count. I've been back testing this, and so far, I like it. This is the one with the no skips. I introduced this technique a couple of months ago, and I've been applying it on Cameco, and so far it's been reliable in regards to letting me know, what's coming and what could possibly come, because sometimes it plays out, sometimes it doesn't. So I just want to let you know one of the reasons why I was leaning August was going to be a swing low. And this is one of them. So it's kind of like I create a cluster and a profile, and everything like builds up on top of each other, confirming, this, I can see this. So there's like a cluster building up. You build your evidence, and then you kind of see if it plays out. Once you see the pattern playing out, then, you jump on board and, do what you got to do to make money. Using what I call it the simple glance, you can see that we hit a linear regression channel right up here on the top. So it kind of stalled out. We hit the weekly pivot. So resistance, we're kind of battling out the 50 SMA right here. This is going to be some resistance right here, 1898 in the future. Also 1872, because it's in the cloud. Now you're going to kind of battle in to get into the cloud. And once you get out of the cloud, then, it's sky's the limit. And this is the daily. As you can see, we held back the value area low. We battled out, and now above the point of control, which is at 1720. And I got in at 1725. The value area high is 1935. On the weekly, you can see that was really strong. Short term, it was weak. The weekly, it didn't even get to the cloud. Support was at 1548, and when we went to 35 or 34 around there, it made a low, and then we bounced up. So this candle is bullish in the MOBO. So it's kind of, it could be a little choppy here, short term. The 5th to 20 right here is 1838. Once we get out of the MOBO, get out of the cloud here, things are going to be looking really good. We got a buy signal right here. This week was bullish. Last three weeks were bearish. And you can see that all of these were bullish, kind of slowing, volume, or volume is not as powerful, but this one came in pretty strong. So that's that. Let's get into the chart. I want to go into the big picture right here. Understand. So the Elliott wave theory, you can see that it's a 1 from our, March 18 low, or 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're working on our wave 5. Looking at the daily, this one is an interesting count. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a 5 coming out, but it's going against all the cycles, what I believe that bottomed out and are looking, pointing higher. So what I think is actually the right count on this, and this is just my opinion, is that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that this is 5, and now we're gonna, count, either 5 going higher. So that's, my belief. Time clusters, came in the 23rd. This came in a little earlier on the 19th. There's a few you want to keep an eye on: 9.6, 9.7, and 9.13. Unbalanced volume. Now it's starting to look positive. The Stokes just turned positive right here and crossed over. So that was an indicator, and the MACD is positive. So that looks good. Targets I have, as of right now, linear regression now is pointing higher. There's a target between 1888, 1917 short term. Big picture term, target would be that 2398 all the way to 2358. So that's where eventually we're going to retest that 2195. And if it's going to even push higher, then center of gravity target would be the 30.65 all the way to 28.65. So that's the midpoint of this chart. That's what they call center, what Gann will call the center of gravity, which I think that's the ultimate target to get there. And then once it gets there, evaluate what's going on with the market and everything. And then eventually, if everything is looking good and bullish, then things probably will continue pushing higher. Let's get into my other chart. You can see that the battle zone is right at the Andrews pitchfork right now. We've been battling that out, and now we're coming in here. And now this is the time where the bulls have to really flex their muscles and show that, we're going to take control and we're going to push this thing higher. Action reactions lines, you can see that this now is like a resistance line that we just have to get across, which I'm sure it will. Monday probably could be a little choppy. Maybe a little retracement, but I think if anything, it could be a great buying opportunity. This is the Gann speed pushing higher. Fibonacci's, you can see we hit the 61.8 right here, right there. That's resistance right now. And my square, you can see that 1720-ish. I got in at 1725, the vibration point, and we went all the way to like 1830. Stalled right there, closed at 1780 or 70, and this is where we're at right now. The cycles, Dewey cycles, bottom out the last week of August. Now they're pointing higher, so that's bullish. The Gann swing is positive, that's bullish. The advanced Gann swing is positive, that's bullish. Now I'm anchoring here as a swing low, what they call the mirror cycle, and now everything is looking positive and bullish. The Gann speed right here, the 3, I think is a 3/8. We got above it, closed above it, pushed higher. We hit that 1814, which is a 3/4, and we just got to now trend higher. You can see the beauty of the mathematics is stalled right here at this angle using the Andrews pitchfork, modified at 50. You can see we found support here, went through the 50, the 25, 0, and now we pushed higher here. Installed right here. Eventually we're going to have to get above, and then I'm going to have to delete this chart because now we just have to start going up. My Gann angles, you can see that we never got to the 1x4. I was thinking of buying down there. We stalled right here and got above the 1x3. So I think any pullbacks, even into the 1x3, is all buying opportunities. Because now we have to push higher and we have to retest some levels going up. This is a timing mechanism. This is I'm eyeing September 9th and September 7th. If it's on the weekend, just look for a Friday or the closest Monday. And, potentially it could be price targets too, but I use it more for timing points. So now going into the esoteric cycle, you can see that we bottomed out right here, which was Friday. It really got some momo, some push. But the esoteric cycle bottomed out here, but the real bottom came in a couple of days earlier, which is the 19th. If you look at how Cameco reacts to this esoteric cycle, it always bottoms out earlier. It bottoms out here. So people start getting in earlier before the cycle bottoms out. So that's something I picked up looking at the bottoms, like the real bottoms that occur. So there was a bottom here on the 4th, and it bottomed really on the 8th. It's always like a couple of days earlier than the actual cycle. Right here, it really bottomed out on the cycle. Maybe a day off or whatever. The 18th, and it's like 18th, 19th. And then sometimes the reverse on the top. Sometimes it tops out early, and then on the cycle, and then, Cameco tops out on the 20th, but it really topped out here in the 11th. So it's one of those things where, it could be exact, but it's just telling you, hey, we're getting close. Start, tightening up. Depending on your trading style, if you're a swing trader, scalping, playing options or whatever. So right now, we're going in this forecasting, if you want to be technical, kind of maybe choppy around here. But that doesn't reflect, it doesn't mean that it's going to be choppy. It could just be that it could just be continue pushing higher. Because all these seasons right here are very bullish. Bottoms out here in the October, and it pushes higher, So we'll see how this all plays out. But I just want to kind of give you a heads up on that, why I was leaning on my esoteric cycle. With the Gann wave file, monthly wave count and all that. And then you can see the solar is bullish there. What else? Seasonals right here pointing higher. So some of them pull back. So we'll see how it's going to be going out, going forward from here. But overall, I'm very bullish. I'm looking for higher prices. My advanced levels, I wanted to show also. That 1941 would be interesting, where maybe it could stall out. You can see that right here. We kind of on resistance. That's a key level you want to watch. 1941 also, which I don't know if it coincides. 1941, yeah, well, it's a little off from here, but that's like my first target from that 1891 all the way to that 1925. Here is just an exact 1941. So you get my picture. Just somewhere around there. It could probably maybe stall for a little bit and maybe follow some of these cycles. October could, potentially be maybe bearish short term. Seeing some videos on some other analysts where we could get a dip, but it could always is going to be all buying opportunities in my opinion. I'm going to sign out. I just wanted to show you that. Oh, last thing. Monthly bar. As long as we could close above 1815 and 1841, it's going to turn green for September. And on the weekly, you got 2 weeks that are very positive. So that's good. This is all good. So hang in there. Stay focused. I believe the swing low is in, unless there's a curveball coming at me that I'm not aware, but all the stuff that I follow is indicating that we should go higher. Monday could maybe be a little retracement, but from Tuesday on, everything is going to be green, in my opinion. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on Cameco using Gann price and time technical analysis.